Hey friends, Writing It here, and today we're going to keep working on this mech board. So we got to replace the coil sleeves, clean this row of relays, clean that row of relays, clean the score motor, clean all the Jones plugs, and then put it back in the cabinet. We're getting there. So I've done one of these relays here. You can kind of tell the difference. Really tell the difference on there if it wasn't so damn dark. But so I'm gonna, I gotta clean all the switches. I haven't done that yet, and then put it back together and just work my way down the line. So, oh, and I did get a box of 44s somewhere, I don't know, whatever they are, the ones that go here. So it's the higher wattage versus the lower wattage that you put in the machines nowadays. I don't know if that makes a difference on the delay, but well, it is what it is. So let's get cracking. All right, so I got in this other order here with these bigger coil sleeves. So I'm going to take these back apart and put the big coil sleeves in the ones that just have the aluminum. So we'll do that real quick, and then we'll get started on all the rest of this stuff. Oh, and I did, if you're paying attention, I replaced this coil. Replaced the coil sleeve. I bought a new plunger, but it wouldn't fit on that shaft. So I kind of sanded the top of the one down so it was smooth again. Put it back in there. I mean, I don't know what else to do. I replaced this coil sleeve here and the one here, since they were the aluminum ones that I didn't have before. So now they're all good, so we can put this inside. So let's get back and do this. Alright, so this is kind of interesting. We got the lock relay apart here, and you can see it's a little toasty, but here's the thingy. You can see it's melted a little bit. So if I had a new one, I'd put it in there, retire this one just because it looks like it's ready, but I don't. So we're gonna stick that back in there and make sure the switches work. As you can see, it's got the heavy duty switches on a couple of them. But anyway, I thought that was interesting. Okay, well, we got this side done. I don't know if you can tell the difference, but I sure can. Versus so it's a lot better. So now I guess flip it around, try and do that in the score motor, Jones plugs, and Bob's your uncle. So, it's been a minute. I tried to get this done before, but it didn't happen. So, today is Saturday, August 21st, and this was 7/17, so it's been a minute. I tried to get this done before we had a baby. Lunchbox and I had our first kid, so they are currently at their grandparents', or at her grandparents', getting pictures and meeting everybody. So gotta continue where I left off and go from there. If I remember right, all I got is the score motor and this set of relays to do, and then the Jones plugs, and then we can go put this beast back in the cabinet. Alright, we got these all cleaned up here. Put it in context. I only had to adjust one switch. It was this one on the very end. Couldn't really tell if it was making contact or not, so I adjusted it just a little bit. But they're all clean, they're all functioning. So, onto the score motor. Now, I don't really see anything terribly wrong with this. They all look pretty good, except for it's really, really, really dirty. So I'm going to take these stacks off individually one at a time, clean all the switches, clean the base, clean all the gunk off of everything. See how, you know, crazy I want to get with taking it all the way apart, but let's see. Seems to move. Okay, it's a little stiff, but I don't know. Hopefully after we clean it up a little bit, that'll kind of free itself up some. So I don't really want to get crazy like taking this apart or anything. There may be a only if it needs it, but it is pretty gummed up, like terrible. So we'll see. Let's get going. Alright, I was going to interject this here in front of this really loud fan. So I got a back glass here from Classic Playfield Reproductions for another project. You can see something that FedEx left me here. So it stabbed through the topper I bought and into this damn glass. So naturally, entire thing was shattered. So they're kind enough to send me another one. It should be here. Actually, I'm surprised it's not already here. That just pisses me off. But I mean, you can see the difference between how a tempered glass breaks and how that suspense one broke that wasn't tempered. So that sucks. Ugh. Alright, I probably got a little deeper into this than I need to, but we're going to explain to you in redneck terms how a score motor works. So, we got it all apart here. This is where the power comes in. So this is just an electromagnet, right? Which is a motor, I guess. So in this hole here, or rather this is where your power comes in, energizes your coil here, so it starts doing its thing. This little doink goes in here and spins, right? And it's got this gear on the end of it. As you can see, it's got a bunch of shit on it from, that was on there before. So it's kind of worked its way in there, so we'll clean that off. Which goes into this gearbox here. So it fits in there, and that thing pivots around on a ball, kind of like a clutch, so that the gears don't grind or whatever. And it can kick it out if you spin the score motor. So it comes out, and this is like riveted together, and there's no oil introducing spots that I can see or way to take it apart, so don't mess with it, right? And you can see how dirty this thing is. We'll get that here in a minute. Okay, so then you come over to this wheel here. So it's got these little doinks on it. So each time when it passes over that, it engages the switch stack. As you can see, they're staggered in different places. There's different numbers. So they all do different things according to the schematic. And then you come here to the switch stack, and you can see it's got these little fingers that ride on there. And some of these have adjustable front backs, but not this one. It may be a Gottlieb or Williams thing. So as it pushes, it either switches on or switches off various switches in the stack. That one feels like there's something wrong with it, but we'll check. So, simple as that. There's just a lot of them. So what we're going to do, we're going to clean all this crap up, reassemble it, and then I'm going to take the switch stacks off one at a time, clean them, clean under them, and I'm not going to put any lubricant on here at all, actually. I might put a little bit here, although that's plastic, so no, it doesn't go there. I might put a little there because that's metal on metal, and maybe here because that's metal, or no, that's bronze. So no lubricant at all. So there you go. But someone's lubricated it, because this is like WD-40 crap on it. So we'll get that off of there. And I don't know if they lubricated that or these or what, but so we'll get this done, put it back together. First I'm going to take this all the way apart, clean everything, and then reassemble it. But that's just another couple screws right here, and then it should all come off. Okay, and then here's the other side, other bracket. That one's not too bad. So here we go. All right, call me an idiot. I don't care. I couldn't stand it not being able to get to all the grease and crap in there. I did mark them, and you can do it from the thing if you really need to. So, all right, we got them all clean. Don't lose an eye. I don't know, looks right. I have to look at my pictures. Actually, I can look at the other one that I got over here. Stay tuned for that video, if it hasn't come out already. Alright, so let's look at our chart here. Maybe we can figure this out. So we're like this. We have our on, then off all the way. And then the next step is on, which lines up, on, which lines up, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, and then we have a blank one, and then 7, and then these are half, so that should be in the middle of those, which looks right. So maybe we didn't put it back together backwards. We're good. So let's go put it back together. All right, we got this back together. So the score motor spins very, very freely. But see, this engages, so I think when the power comes on, it sucks this in and then spins. So if you push that in, the score motor won't turn, and I don't want to push hard enough to. So hopefully that doesn't mean something's locked up, but anyway, I think that's so that this can wind down and not keep going, because obviously it's the brake sticks in this, so when it's done, it's done. So this can pop out and the motor can wind down without this having to continue to spin or jerk around, I think. But I looked at my other one and it does the same thing, but this, look how easy that goes in and out now. The other one, it gets stuck in and you have to pull it out. And this one, before I cleaned it, I didn't even know it came out, to be honest. So I'm going to take this off, clean it, and yes, the other one is like this too. So I assume that means you can work on it without that engaged. So we're going to bolt this back up and clean all the switches. All right, well, the score motor is finished. I cleaned everything and then cleaned all the switches. I didn't have to adjust any of these switches. They were all good. They have such a deep throw. I mean, they're pretty good. Yeah, not a lot to say. So I guess we got to clean the Jones plugs, male, female, put some fuses back in it just so they're there. When we go to turn it on, we'll take them out, test them, put them in there, you know, and then we'll go put it back in the machine. So we're looking right here again, and I thought this was a tilt, but I don't think it is now that I look. Some yellow and like a white pink wire. So if we come over to the schematics here, right here, the kickoff, yellow, and then it's supposed to be brown and red, so it's just be faded, or they used the wrong color or something. So that's what's missing there. So we'll have to get a new one of them. And then if we come over here, look at our second copy that we got. Here's your front door tilt. So it says there's 3 tilts. 1, 2, 3. Right? So this one's lifting it up, that one's shaking it, and this is slamming it. Sure I can do it when it's open. So they're all meant to be open, and this one looks like it's been bent open, but you can see up here, coin door for that other machine, it's been completely removed. So unnecessary, but we're going through all this trouble that we may as well put it back. Other than that, the coin door looks about the same. This one is missing a couple screws, and it looks like it had a third coin chute at one point in its life. That needs to be put back. But the shell on this one is actually in better shape than this other one here. So we will get to that. All right, we got her done. Got all the plugs cleaned. I got 10 amp fuses, but they're 32 volt. Not sure if that matters, but I'm gonna see if I can get some better ones, or stronger ones, I guess not better. So it's all ready to go back in there. I'm gonna fix this and then we'll be golden. Anyway, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching and keep it real. We'll see you next time. Later.